Clash in Italy is this Sunday at 2 p.m. actually Eastern Standard Time because it's in, well, Italy, as the name suggests. And is it just me, or does it feel like Clash in should be somewhere in England or Ireland or Scotland where castles are? Clash at a castle. I feel like it should be at a castle. Or it could just be me, but I also feel like Crown Jewel should be exclusive to Saudi Arabia. But yeah, well, you know, whatever. Yeah, Crown Jewel in Australia, it just felt weird, didn't it? Am I the only one? Anyways, we got predictions to do, and we're going to start with Roman Reigns defending this world title, but I'm going to start by telling you how to win this world title. You see, every 10,000 subscribers, I give away a belt. So, at 30,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a belt of your choosing. How do you win? All you got to do, comment below and subscribe to the channel, and you can win this belt right here. It's not a toy. It's a replica. You can win it. I'll ship it for free anywhere in the world. All right, so let's talk Roman and Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns is going to win this, let's be honest. Are we really going to take the belt off of Roman? No, I don't think so. I actually wouldn't mind because I would love to see an unhinged tribal chief just causing havoc. Could you imagine Roman Reigns having to acknowledge Jacob Fatu? It's just not gonna happen. We'll probably see 23 tongue-in death grips, but at the end of the day, your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, he will win, and Jacob will have to acknowledge him. And instead of Crash Out Jey Uso, we're gonna have Crash Out Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu. In fact, I could really see Jey Uso being jealous of the spot of Jacob Fatu. Yes, in the beginning, it's probably gonna take a while to get Jacob to fall in line, but once he does, we've already seen that he can be a very effective and loyal soldier to Solo Sikoa in the past, and Roman Reigns will be able to weaponize Jacob Fatu like he could never with anybody else. All right, next up is Becky Lynch, the best in the world, and that's not just me saying it, all right? That's Sports Illustrated, that's Bleacher Report, versus Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca has not had a good call-up. She has lost 2 out of her 3 matches, and then her 3rd match was just a disqualification against Becky Lynch. And so, yes, her call-up, while not as bad as Karrion Kross when he got called up, but probably equal to that of Jordynne Grace right now. And they need to do something quick to get her back on track, because Sol Ruca does have an it factor, but WWE, for some reason, is trying to just, like, bring her down a couple notches. And so, like, right now, if she doesn't win, I would seriously question the judgment of WWE. And that's coming from a huge Becky Lynch fan. It's like, I don't know if Sol Ruca should have been put in the position of winning a title so soon. Be that as it may, it's here right now, so just give it to her. Just freaking give it to her. Let Jessica Carr do the pin, have Becky crash out, and then have Becky and Jessica Carr then go off and have a feud over there so Becky can get away from the Intercontinental title. Sol Ruca then can go on and start living into that potential that we saw in NXT. We might as well do Rhea Ripley, Jade, Cargill now, and you know, on paper, this PLE is stacked, right? This is a stacked PLE. You add just 1 or 2 more banger matches, and it could be a night 1, night 2 WrestleMania card even. I mean, this is a solid card. However, it also seems very predictable at the same time. So I will be interested to come back here and look at my predictions, because Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, it's Rhea Ripley. Like, I don't see a world in which we let Rhea just win for one month, 2 months. It's gonna be Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill will then probably go and feud with Charlotte Flair or something, but yeah, I just don't see them giving it back to her. I'm a huge Jade Cargill fan too, and I don't even really like Rhea Ripley that much as a babyface. Emotionally, I want Jade Cargill to win. I just don't see Triple H doing it. He loves Rhea Ripley, the fans love Rhea Ripley, and like I said, she just won the title, and Triple H doesn't really hot potato the title back and forth. So yeah, I think it stays with Rhea Ripley, but but I do think they will have a good match. I was pleasantly surprised with their match at WrestleMania. They actually have good chemistry in the ring. This is a low-key match I'm looking forward to. Next, I'll do the main event, but there's still Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. I'll save that one for last because that's the match that I don't know. That's the match that I have question marks around. But let's do the hour one of ESPN main event, which is Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. If Cody Rhodes hadn't lost to Drew McIntyre earlier in the year, I might consider giving this to Gunther. I think Cody Rhodes is a smart guy, and I think he realizes that the longer he holds the title, the more the fans are going to turn on him. I could see him wanting Gunther to beat him very dastardly, and then he has to make a comeback and chase the title for a month or two. But Triple H just loves keeping that title on people. So, yeah, and again, like Rhea Ripley, he just won at Mania. I don't think that this is going to be a one and done for Cody Rhodes. I think Gunther will face Cody again from this. Maybe Cody crashes out, which causes Cody to lose, but not lose the title, and then Gunther gets a rematch that way. But they did that with Drew McIntyre, to be honest with you. But then again, Triple H, he repeats stories all the time. I bet that's what's going to happen. Like, I really think that we're almost going to get a beat by beat of the Cody Rhodes Drew McIntyre feud onto this feud right here, with the exception of the 3 stages of hell. Yeah, you know what? I'm predicting Cody Rhodes will lose, but keep the title. And then we go to another matchup at the next PLE. That is like the lamest prediction I think I've ever predicted. But I honestly think that's what's going to happen. Cody loses, but not the title. And that will then bring us to the most anticipated rematch of all time, which is false. The most anticipated rematch of all time was Andre the Giant Hulk Hogan at Main Event. That's when Andre the Giant won the title for about 5 minutes before he sold it to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And then the $1 Million Man went on to defend the title at a couple house shows before Jack Tunney came on TV. And you knew when Jack Tunney came on TV, it was serious. He was the president of WWE, and he said, no, you cannot sell the world title. Therefore, it is vacant, which then led to WrestleMania 4 for a tournament in which Macho Man Randy Savage would win. Sorry, I don't know. Anyways, so Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar in the second most anticipated rematch of all time. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. And, right off the bat, I'm gonna say I hate that we did the false retirement. That was such a moment. That was such a moment in time. It was like, that could have been one of those all-time great WrestleMania moments, but now it's just gonna be something that, oh yeah, remember that one time when Brock faked out the retirement? Like, now it's so forgettable. We've already moved on with our lives. That said, I am looking forward to this match. Wish it wasn't happening, but now that it is, silver lining. We get the rematch. Love the first match. I even enjoyed the build to this match for the most part. So, who's gonna win though? Smart money's on Brock Lesnar. Smart money is on Brock because it's the classic. You win the first match, I win the second match. Let's have a third match. Let's get the most money. Let's milk this cow for the most milk that we can get out of it. Everybody is kind of putting their money on Brock Lesnar. However, I say this, Seth Rollins lost to Cody Rhodes 3 times. I never thought we'd have 3 losses in a row in a trilogy of matches, and yet they did it. And that was just WrestleMania 38. So that was about 4 years ago. So it's still fresh in Triple H's mind. And what did I say earlier? Triple H loves to repeat his stories. So I could just see Oba Femi winning again. He wins again, and then maybe we have a third match, and that's when the career is on the line. Brock is like, all right, Oba, you beat me twice. Let's go again. And Oba's like, nah, nah. And then Brock's like, I'll put my career on the line. And then Oba's like, okay, let's go. Or Oba beats Brock Lesnar, and then Gunther comes out on Raw and starts making fun of Brock Lesnar. He just starts bad-mouthing him, trashing him, just saying how the mighty have fallen and this and that, and just really hitting him where it hurts. And then Brock comes out and says, you know what? I was proud to lose to Oba Femi. I'm okay that there's a better man, but you, Gunther, are not the better man. Let's go. And then we can have Gunther versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Oba Femi gets 2 victories and Gunther gets his retirement match. Yeah, I'm going Oba Femi wins, and it's like, well, what does he do after that? He just goes into the King of the Ring. He could probably beat LA Knight the first round because Triple H hates LA Knight. All right, boys. All right, girls. Those are your predictions for Clash in Italy. And by the way, we will be streaming it on Sunday. If all goes as planned, I'll be streaming AEW Dynamite, and I'll be streaming Triple A's Mask vs. Mask of the Grande Americanos. So, busy week, but you know what? I gotta do something. I gotta start hustling harder, grinding harder, because I gotta get out of this day job. God, I hate my day job. Boys, girls, see you, bye.